Can you hear me? Hare Krishna. Sorry about that. Bhakta Prahlad, Bhakta Prahlad, Bhakta Prahlad, Bhakta Prahlad. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nrsimhane Bhagavan ki Jai. Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari 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 Bol. Namaste Paraya Krishna Prastaya Bhurtri Shrimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Gurumani Minajadina Nirvishesha Shunamari Bhashatari Starine. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for tagging. Sometimes you go too fast on the kartals. Yeah. You have to a little watch out. Should take the mic. Pranachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaranari Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Satarasata Shishimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Asatarasata Shishimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Kori Vaishnavani Ki Jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Koshi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Ganadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhaktavan Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navadi Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Gangamai Ki Jai. Yamunamai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Grandharaj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktavan Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hari 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 Bol. All glories to the Assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the Assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Mr. Paraya Krishna Vastay Bhutri Shmara Bhakti Vedanta Samanina Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Guru Vani Bracharina Nirvishesha Shunamani Bhashartarish Tarine. Attendance. Taking attendance. Please write Hare Krishna into the comment section right now. Don't hesitate. It's the end of the world. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitch, we're twitching. One viewer on Twitch, and that's probably me. All right, so Facebook, Doris, Hare Krishna Doris, Morgan, Willow, Hare Krishna, Nara Singh Rao, Dan, Katie, Danny, anybody else? Come on. Write Hare Krishna and be happy. Jiva Swami, long time no see, Jiva Swami. Thank you for coming back. Anybody else? Gabriela, yes, Gabriela, I almost forgot, yes. Thank you for joining us. On YouTube, it's Dr. Voit. Mayank Kanjolia, Hare Krishna. Jimkon, Rain Duty. Glories to Srila Prabhupada, Dr. Voit says. Very nice. Thank you, Dr. Voit. What a nice name you have. Okay. And there's Maxim here.
Hare Krishna.
A live audience by the blessings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna Manmohini Dasi, Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you for coming back. Katie, of course, yes. So we have tagged many, but not many have answered our tagging. Where's Tony? Tony is left. Hope she is going to be back. Okay, so we're discussing Mayavad philosophy for the last 2 days. And we'll continue to discuss Mayavad philosophy. Actually, no, today we're going to discuss about a pure devotee. What is the difference? Who is a real Mahatma? Oh, Ananda. Yes, Ananda. Hare Krishna, Ananda. Yeah, you were there in the beginning and now you came back. Or, yeah, thank you. So, chapter 9, text 13. 9:13. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 And Hare Krishna to Rebecca on YouTube. Mahatmanastu mam partha
Mahatmanastu mampata
daivim prakatim ashritaha
Daivim prakatim ashritaha
bhajanti ananya manaso
Bhajanti ananya manaso
gyatva bhutadim avyayam.
Yatva buddhatim abhayam
Avyayam.
Avyayam.
Yeah, you want to chant?
Mahatmanastu mampata
Mahatmanastu mamparta
Daivim prakatim ashritaha
daivim prakutim ashritaha
Bhajanti ananya manaso
bhajanti ananya manaso
Gyatva buddhatim avyayam
gyatva bhutadim avyayam. Mahatmanaha, the great souls,
the great souls,
to
but
mam unto me, partha, O son of Partha, daivim, divine, prakatim, nature, ashritaha, taken shelter of, bhajanti, render service, ananya manasa, without deviation of the mind, gyatva, knowing, bhuta, creation, adim, original, avyayam, inexhaustible. Translation: O son of Partha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. In this verse, the description of Mahatma is clearly given. The first sign of the Mahatma is that he is already situated in the divine nature. He is not under the control of material nature. And how is this affected? That is explained in the 7th chapter. One who surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, at once becomes freed from the control of material nature. That is the qualification. One can become free from the control of material nature as soon as he surrenders his soul to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the preliminary formula. Being marginal potency, as soon as the living entity is freed from the control of material nature, he is put under the guidance of the spiritual nature. The guidance of the spiritual nature is called Daivim Prakatim, divine nature. So, when one is promoted in that way by surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one attains to the stage of great soul, Mahatma. The Mahatma does not divert his attention to anything outside Krishna because he knows perfectly well that Krishna is the original Supreme Person, the cause of all causes. There is no doubt about it. Such a Mahatma or great soul develops through association with other Mahatmas, pure devotees. Pure devotees are not even attracted by Krishna's other features, such as the four-armed Mahavishnu. They are simply attracted by the two-armed form of Krishna. Since they are not attracted to other features of Krishna, what to speak of the demigods, they are not concerned with any form of a demigod or of a human being. They only meditate upon Krishna in Krishna consciousness. They're always engaged in the unswerving service of the Lord in Krishna consciousness. Om Agyantirinandasya Jnanajana Shalakayam Chakshunan Minitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of transcendental knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai, Jai, Jai. So previously we were discussing how Krishna is not an ordinary man. Anyone who thinks that Krishna is subjected by the laws of the material energy is a mudha. This word mudha can be a new introduction of a how do you say curse word in English language.
Curse.
You know, there's so many curses in English language, so this can be introduced. You mudha. This is very, very strong. Mudha means an ass. You are an ass. You're fool number one. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned, Yasyatma buri kunape tridhatu ke svak trikalatradishu jabamadi. Yatirtha salina karichit janesu abhigesu saiva gokaraha. This is a very nice shloka that analyzes the mudhas of this world. Gokara. Kara also means a donkey. It's another word for mudha. Kara. So what are these foolish people? What do? First of all, he's thinking yasyatma budi kunape tridhatuke. He's thinking that this body that consists of the three elements, kapha, vayu, pitta, is the self. One who thinks that this combination of bones, blood, muscles, stool, urine, packed in a skin bag is the self, is a mudha. If I put a bag of stool, you know, one of these plastic bags, the black bags, in front of you, and I say that this is you, what would you do? You will become very offended, right? If I say you a stool. People don't like that. But unfortunately, that's what we think we are. We think, I am this body, I am beautiful body. The girls, they think, oh, I have a beautiful body. I put my body on the Instagram, get millions of likes from simps. And a man also is thinking, oh, I have a very famous body, very strong body, very popular, something like that. And then they fight over race, nationality. I'm British, I'm American, Chinese, this, that, fighting over nonsense things. So that is number one illusion of a mudha. Number two illusion is that he thinks that the relationships based on the body, just like wife, children, family, these are my relatives, these are my friends. That's another foolishness. That's another illusion. That is completely bodily. This Mahatma, great soul, he sees everyone as his family. All living entities, not just humans, also the animals, the plants, all living entities. That is real Mahatma. Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahma Gavini Hastini. Suni Chaiva Swapake Pandita Samadarshina. That is a real Pandita. He sees everyone with equal vision. Samadarshina. Sama means equal, Darshina means vision. He sees everyone equally. Why? Because he sees that the spirit soul, the body is different, but the spirit soul is the same. Satchitananda Vigraha. The soul is eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss, temporarily trapped in the body, pushed by the modes of material nature, gunas. Someone becomes our enemy because he's pushed by the gunas, passion, goodness, ignorance. So that's another illusion. Then another third illusion is that ija bomadi. He's worshipping the land where his body was born. Nationalism. This is America. Make America great again. Make Britain rise again. Make this, make that. Foolishness. Prabhupada explains in his purports to the Sri's Upanishad. This is a very nice book, Sri's Upanishad, especially for those who are beginners in Krishna consciousness. Everything is stated in that book. It's very essential. I wrote a book based on the purports of Srila Prabhupada's commentaries on the Sri's Upanishad. It's called Prabhu of the Vedas. You can purchase it in the Bliss Store if you want. Everything. The philosophy is completely explained in such a small, tiny little book. Even if you cannot read all Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, if you read this book, you will have the complete understanding of what Krishna consciousness is all about. So, Prabhupada mentions there in this nice book that this Earth planet is very insignificant, tiny little planet floating in the almost unlimited material universe. But although it is so tiny, still people are very eager to divide it. Imagine, the ants are in the kitchen and they're fighting for some crumb. From our point of view, it is ridiculous. They're killing themselves over some crumb. So Mahatma doesn't see the crumb, he sees the unlimited creation of the Lord. Just look in the sky. There's the unlimited material universe, so many planets. But you're so overly focused on this tiny little Earth planet. Sometimes this very much helps to understand the context. We get so much diverted by our tiny little problems. Oh, she doesn't love me. Oh, he doesn't love me. Oh, I lost money. Oh, someone wrote some insulting comment on my Instagram and Facebook and my profile picture. Someone said you look ugly like a monkey. Someone said you look like a gorilla. Insignificant problems. Just look in the sky. Wow. And this is just an insignificant, tiny little glimpse of Krishna's complete creation. At the end of the 7th chapter, Krishna says, very nicely, because Arjuna is asking him about his opulences, and Krishna explains to a certain extent, but later on he concludes the 7th chapter no, sorry, it's not the 7th chapter, it's the 10th chapter that we'll cover later on. He says, Nantosti mamad vivyaya vibhutinam parantapa esha tudashita prokto vibhuter vishtaramaya. Almighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. Yadyad vibhutimat satvam shrimat urjitameva va tat tad eva vagachatvam mamatejam sambhavam. Know that all beautiful, glorious and mighty creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Simply spark of Krishna's splendor. Atava bahu naitena kim gyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyaham idam krishnam ekam shenastito jagat. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. So Krishna He supports this entire universe with a single fragment of himself. People say God is great. Well, they have no idea. They have no idea. They think, oh, God is great, so he's maybe a little bit greater than me. No, no, no. And you must hear from the Shastra how great Krishna is. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, before Srila Vyasadeva starts the depictions of Krishna's transcendental pastimes that are very, very dear to the devotees, he spends considerable time explaining the opulences and the nature and the energies of Krishna, especially in this material universe. Because unless we understand Krishna's greatness, we won't be able to understand his pastimes, his form, and so on, so on. They are transcendental. This warning Krishna gives, if you think of me as a man, ordinary man, you are a mudha, we should take it very seriously. Over familiarity breeds contempt. We think, oh, I like to dance with nice girls. So Krishna is dancing with the gopis, oh, I'm Krishna. Immediately you become a Mayavadi. As soon as the thought comes, oh, I am also like that. You finished. Your bhakti is finished. Your devotion finished. Your Krishna consciousness finished. That is why Lord Chaitanya is warning, don't hear from a Mayavadi. Because we have this tendency. It's just like a person who is addicted to drugs. And then he goes to a rehab. And by Krishna's mercy, he is able to give up his addiction. So he should not mix with the other drug users. He should be very careful not to come into that association, because he is susceptible to revive his addiction. He can get a relapse. There can be a relapse. So all the conditioned souls, we have come under the influence of the material energy on account of our envious attitude towards Krishna. This Mayavadi attitude, I am equal to Krishna, he is enjoyer, I am enjoyer, I also deserve. Why he deserves? I am also important. Sometimes you can see this. Sometimes Maya dictates like that. When we execute the rules and regulations, the instructions of the spiritual master, the idea comes that, oh, I'm doing so much for Krishna, I'm doing so much for the devotees, but nobody does anything for me. Oh, this is unjust, so I will give up Krishna consciousness. This is very, very often, this sort of Maya comes into the brain. So this is the original envy. You don't understand. You are part and parcel of Krishna. When you serve Krishna, you are serving yourself also. You're not excluded. But because we think that Krishna is an ordinary man, we think that Krishna is disconnected from us. I am disconnected. He is disconnected. He has his pleasure. I have my pleasure. That's it. Let us be disconnected forever. This is how Maya works. So we should be careful not to associate with Mayavadis. Mayavadi doesn't mean that you're gonna see, a sign on his brow that Mayavadi. No, he comes dressed like a devotee. Tilak, shaven head, saffron, danda. He's even preaching Hare Krishna Mahamantra, doing bhajans and so on and so on. He's a Mayavadi. He's a Mayavadi. This is not so easy to distinguish. That is why I'm always telling you, stick with Srila Prabhupada. He is a guaranteed spiritual master pure, because he has spread the teachings of Lord Chaitanya all around the world. He's empowered. Is there anyone else who has done like this? No. The answer is no. So why you go to some other spiritual master? Why are you gambling with your spiritual life? It's foolishness. Don't do this. Don't be foolish. Don't be a rascal. Be faithful to Prabhupada, just like a faithful wife. It doesn't look very well if the wife says that, oh, I am not attached to my husband. I go to this man and that man, I have sex, I'm open-minded. I love everyone. Huh? Is it very admirable quality if a woman loves all the men besides her husband? Is it very admirable? No. So similarly, those devotees who do not stake to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, they are spiritual prostitutes. Don't be a spiritual prostitute. That is not, you cannot make any advancement like that. It requires a lot of concentration, patience, surrender, intelligence to execute Krishna consciousness. So if you're getting distracted from this guru and this and that, you will never make any progress. You make some progress and then you get confused. Srila Prabhupada, he warned us. He said, don't associate with my god brothers. As soon as they come, they will say something different from me, then you finished. As soon as they contradict me, your faith in me will be finished. You will not be able to make any progress. Faith in the words of the spiritual master is very important. So anyway, now the original shloka we were discussing says that one who goes to the holy place simply to take bath. This is another form of foolishness, gokara. That can be extended. One comes to the temple, one who takes to the association of the devotees, who thinks that it's a formality, and he does not associate with the devotees by hearing. We associate with Srila Prabhupada through hearing process. Always. The association with the Guru is always through hearing. Not through touching, not through seeing, not through smelling, through hearing. We're hearing from the Guru. So if you do not take advantage of the hearing process, if you don't read his books, if you not scientifically analyze your own impurities and distinguish them from the real execution of devotional service, then your association is not taking place really. Prabhupada says, just like a bug. A bug is sitting on a throne of a king, and the king is sitting on the throne. But the king's consciousness and a bug consciousness are completely different. Although they might be sitting on the same throne. See, there might be many devotees in a class. Physically, they're in the same place. But one devotee is contemplating sex life, and the other devotee is contemplating how to advance in Krishna consciousness. There's a gulf of difference between these two. You see? So always look at how people, devotees, are devoted to Srila Prabhupada, how much credit they give him. This is not simply formality. When we do this Guru Puja, praising Srila Prabhupada, it's not just a formality. It is essential, part of the initiation, to give praise to the spiritual master. It's essential. There's Guru Puja. Prabhupada says something in this regard. I don't remember the quote exactly, but Prabhupada says this Guru Puja is essential. It's essential. Okay, so as people think that Krishna is an ordinary man, similarly they think of the spiritual master as an ordinary man. That's a problem. That's a big problem, because as soon as you think ordinary man means under the clutches of the material energy, that he is being controlled by anger, by bias, by hate. So many people, they criticize. Oh, Prabhupada, he was a woman hater. Oh, he hated the black people. Or what else? Oh, he said that, oh, women, they should be raped. They say like that. I don't have to tell you. You know very well. You can bump into these links and videos on YouTube and elsewhere. So many rascals, demons, criticizing. So they don't understand. If a pure devotee, if he's controlled by such petty hate or bias or prejudice, then he's not a pure devotee. Pure devotee is already situated in the divine nature. He doesn't have to hate anyone. He is with Krishna in this very life. Sometimes, in Christianity, Islam, and they say, now you pray and after death you go to the heavens. You be with God, Allah, whatever. So in Krishna consciousness, we don't say that. It's not a question of changing your place. You can be Krishna conscious fully. Right now, you can become a perfect devotee. And you can be with Krishna. Although externally we see Srila Prabhupada is interacting and dealing with the material world. If we want to understand his inner life, his consciousness, we have to study the Shastra, not to speculate. Don't speculate. Study the Shastra. Here is the Shastra. Those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. That means that a pure devotee does not even have any temptation for sense gratification, because the divine energy protects him. See, the neophyte devotees, they have to strenuously control their senses, very rigidly follow the regulations, refrain from sinful activities with great endeavor, right? It's painful because we want to indulge in sinful activities. That is immediate gratification. We want that. But devotees who are serious, they renounce that for the sake of reaching the higher stages of consciousness, Krishna consciousness. But a pure devotee doesn't have to do that. Krishna directly protects him from all temptations, from all maya. That we shall also realize. The more we progress in Krishna consciousness, we realize that I am being protected by Krishna. That is my real credit. That I am surrendering to Krishna, I'm rendering service to Krishna, and Krishna is protecting me because of that. That is why I find the strength to follow the regulative principles. Why some devotees, they follow the regulative principles very easily, and some have great difficulty? Because they're serving Krishna with love and devotion. They have this attitude. I want to serve. Yes, I love Krishna, I love the Guru, I want to do something. Then Krishna blesses them, yes. And he protects them from the clutches of Maya. That is the secret. If you think, oh, what is the secret? Why he can follow and I cannot follow? This is the secret, I'm giving it to you right now. Take it. Become serious about pleasing Srila Prabhupada. Just like if you love someone, you want their pleasure and you don't want your own pleasure. That is real love. You don't care about yourself. You only care about that person, about their pleasure, their happiness. So if you do this with Srila Prabhupada, if you do this with Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, all the acharyas, if you want to please them by expanding this Krishna consciousness, then the rules and regulations, they'll be very easy for you to follow. Krishna will empower you. It's a thank you from Krishna. Yes, come out of here. Why are you wasting time in this intoxication, illicit sex, gambling, meat eating? Don't remain in this dirty consciousness. Come to me, yes, I need you. You want to serve me? Very good, come, I'll pick you up, I'll pull you out. This is the secret. But person who thinks that the Guru is an ordinary man, and Krishna probably also, what service he can do? His service will be so motivated. He will be thinking, oh, the Guru is needy. The Guru is, just like they say, oh, Prabhupada, he was suffering heart attacks and he was very weak. He was an old man. We have to help him. This is a wrong mentality. We're serving Krishna not because Krishna is needy or he's incomplete. We're serving him because this is our constitutional position. We serve Him because we love Him. We don't expect anything. So you can only love Him if you understand about this Param Bhavam, His transcendental nature. And same goes for the pure devotee. So very important, they're under the control of Daivim Prakriti, divine nature, Yoga Maya, divine nature. They're not controlled by material nature. Sometimes there's this philosophy, a living guru. You must have a living guru. Nonsense. Prabhupada never said you need a living guru. Never. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he says, one who can preach, he has life. If you do not preach, you are as good as dead. So a guru who does not preach, he is dead guru, although he might be breathing and living. And a real guru, even he might not be physically present, he is still preaching, he is still living in sound. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he composed this prayer. Those who reason that Vaishnavas die, they don't understand. The Vaishnavas live forever. In the sound, in their vibration. Just like now. What is going on? What is going on right now? What is going on? Srila Prabhupada is preaching right now. Because we're reading his purport, he's preaching to us. You think this means nothing? All this knowledge in the Bhagavad-gita, you think it's irrelevant? This is the most essential. What the Guru says. So that it goes on. And we take advantage. We get encouraged. And we become advanced devotees simply by hearing from him. Those who say, oh, the Guru is dead, they don't understand. How can he be dead? Birth, death, old age and disease, that is the Mahamaya. That is the Prakriti. That is the stringent law of material nature. A pure devotee is already liberated from this. How can you say that he dies? He never dies. That is a lila. Just like when Krishna so-called dies, this is a lila. The sun sets. Doesn't mean that the sun is dead. No, it simply goes out of your vision. So there are manifested pastimes and then there are unmanifested pastimes. Just like you have the experience with Srila Prabhupada. You read Srila Prabhupada, you saw a video, and Srila Prabhupada touched your heart. So that is also his lila. He's acting, unmanifested lila. And when he was here physically, he would also exhibit pastime that is manifested lila. So in both ways, he's living, always living. That is a Mahatma, a real Mahatma. Those who say, oh, the Guru is dead, he is not a Mahatma. He is a Duratma, rascal. Rascal number one. He can wear tilak and have millions of disciples. If he says nonsense like this, he's a mudha. He's an ass. So don't be deluded. Don't be tricked by these rascals. They're all on a material platform, completely materialistic vision of devotional service. They cannot make any spiritual advancement, what to speak of guiding anyone. Avoid them. Don't associate with them. Don't share their content on social media. Ignore them completely. And experiment. And you will see how your spiritual life gets a nice boost. I never compromise with any of these rascals. I always stuck with Srila Prabhupada. Now we see this, our Bliss Association is growing very, very nicely, very steadily. Devotees, they feel very good in this Bliss Association. They feel very encouraged. They make advancement. They preach. So many books are distributed. So many books are printed. All of you are coming. What's the secret? That is not my qualification. It's not because of my special some kind of quality. I have no quality. I'm a Mudha also, number one. But one thing I understand, that Srila Prabhupada is the bona fide spiritual master. So, similarly, if you understand this point and you take shelter, exclusive shelter, the word ananya is used here. Bhajanti ananya manaso. The execution of devotional service must be done without deviation of the mind. Don't deviate. If you don't deviate, then yes, it'll be very Speedy Gonzales to Goloka Vrindavan, rest assured. But if you deviate, then you have to take more births. What can be done? Questions? Question time. You going to read the questions?
Yeah, I can get on with it.
I see Yuvraj Prabhu is watching on YouTube. Hare Krishna Prabhu. We have a question time. If you have a question, you can ask. You want to read? There's none. There's no question yet, but you have to take a mic if you want to read. Yuvraj is asking, are you Sikh?
Sure.
Well, so far I'm concerned, the goal of Sikhism is to love God.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, yes, why not? Any other question? Sometimes the questions take time to arrive. Alexandra, yes? You see it? Alexandra's comment? It's on Facebook.
Now it comes up.
You have to take a mic. Ah, okay. Good.
Alexandra says, in Grihastha life, we have to work with other people often, so isn't it better to compromise and work with Mayavadi or other people who understand something about Vedic culture rather than people who say our practice is not good?
Well, the Mayavadis are worse than the atheists, because this is what Lord Chaitanya said, that he is a covert atheist. The Buddhists are honest because they openly say, as I'm an atheist. But Mayavadis are worse because they're atheists and they pretend to be somehow spiritual. So they're worse. At least you know, with the atheist, you know what to expect. But the Mayavadi is such a rascal that he's pretending to be spiritual while actually preaching atheism. So wet stool, dry stool, I don't know. Why you want to compromise? That's wrong. You should do your own business. Why you need to compromise? Depend on Krishna. Krishna will supply whatever you need. Why you need to compromise? In Grihastha life, what is that? Grihastha life, that you should work, you should make money. There's nothing to do with spiritual life. If you need money, you make money, honest. You don't have to discuss spiritual life with people. You can work with anyone, Mayavadi, Karmi, doesn't matter. You make money, you cooperate with them, whatever you need, and then you do your Krishna consciousness. Why you need to discuss philosophy with someone like that? No need. Next. Any other question?
Not what I can see, let's just look at YouTube. No.
5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done.
Jai.
Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavad-gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hari 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 Bo. Namo Hare Krishna Krishna Purti Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vracharina Nirvishesha Shunavari Bhachartarishtarina. If you have any questions and you were not able to ask, you can always message me in private. No problem. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Hare Krishna.